So this past Thursday at night, I started to feel just kind of achy and off, but I thought it's hot out and, it's probably a little bit, not exactly, a little bit in your head. Just that day, I had a meeting with someone who later told me he was exposed to someone who had COVID. So he was giving me the heads up. So I clearly didn't get sick from that guy. I just met him. But over that night, I got sicker. So Friday morning, I felt quite sick and scared. I felt like I had the flu. I had a stomach ache, chills, what else? Kind of a headache. I've only had a fever one time. So I wanted to get tested, and one place I saw offered a fast test, so I wanted to get that. I also talked to my neighbor who had some antibody tests. I just rather know. I had to, cancel golf with my dad. I had to make some changes in my plans because if I'm a maybe, I don't want to get anyone sick. I don't want to get anyone sick anyways. So I just kind of wanted to share what I wasn't doing and what I am doing now, and kind of just how I'm responding. I thought this would be a good kind of real life reminder and real life story about my testing experience. So I ended up going to an urgent care, again, that supposedly had fast tests, but by the time I got online, there were no appointments. So I just had to wait in line in my car, which took forever. And I kind of regret like hurrying it. I think I could have just stayed home and rested and then gone in later for like an actual appointment. But anyway, I wanted to know, so I went in, and then they didn't get me the fast test anyways, because the fast test, most of the blood tests that are fast are antibody tests. It takes you 1 to 3 weeks to have antibodies. So I think they're not as useful for a new infection. They did give me a flu swab, a strep swab, and a COVID swab. The strep and flu were negative, and then the COVID takes a few days. Having already interviewed a microbiologist, I know like when it's in your stomach, it can still be COVID. Last night I started to feel like it's a little more in my lungs, and as you guys know, I have some history of asthma, so I started to feel a little nervous last night, but let's go into show and tell. I used this steam inhaler. So I don't think it's quite the same as a nebulizer. It just makes steam that you can inhale, and it claims you can put essential oils in it, but I don't recommend that. I put in just some colloidal silver and water. And this is something I also did when I had mold toxicity. That's why I still have this thing. So the colloidal silver can be antiviral for my lungs. So that's one thing I've done. I basically live in Hormone Detox Shop. I have so much stuff. I'll tell you what I wasn't doing for the last week. But right now, since I started to feel sick, I definitely am happy I have my Biocidin throat spray. And I didn't bring it over here to the video, I realize. But we sold a lot of them recently. If you don't have this item, I really recommend you have this item because I think I really should have been spraying my throat every single day. And as states reopen, as you go out, I think you need to be spraying your nose, spraying your nose or using a neti pot in your nose. I thought I brought that over, but now I can't find it. All the things I should have, I don't have. So we sell a silver nasal spray. That's really easy to use. It just came back in stock as a single item, so that's cheaper. We also have a 3-pack. And then the Biocidin throat spray is an herbal throat spray. A virus will hang out in your throat and nose for 5 days. So moving forward, I'm going to be really cognizant of keeping my nose and throat clean and like kind of treated constantly as we, reopen everything. In the last I haven't even been sick 48 hours, but I've saunaed twice. I've done coffee enema twice, castor oil pack twice, neti pot like twice, steam inhaler once, doing vitamin D. If you don't have vitamin D, you need vitamin D. I can't, it's like an epidemic how low we are, and it's connected with COVID severity. I would recommend asking your doctor for testing or getting testing with us when, when the time is right, so you really know. But, safely you can take 5,000 a day. And then if you're sick, I would do higher, like 20,000 a day. So I've been hitting vitamin D. I get a lot of sun. I'm pretty good in vitamin D, but I'm still doing extra vitamin D right now. Vitamin C, I was talking about how I really don't think you need to take some unless you're sick. But now that I am sick, I am taking it. I'm taking at least 6,000 a day, sometimes more like 9,000 milligrams a day. So this is our vitamin C powder. I really just got it during COVID. It's doesn't taste amazing. It looks like this. It's, pretty sweet, but like if you're sick, you're going to want to have it. So I'm really glad I have this item right now, and we still have this in our shop. I just posted recently that there are some ingredients in here that are good for viruses in general, but I think especially in the gut. And like I told you, I'm feeling mine in the gut. So this is our GI Detox binder. And anytime you have infection or like you're detoxing, you want to bind. So as I'm like taking antivirals and stuff is kind of off in my stomach, I'm really glad I have the binder. So I'm using it after the sauna, or what else? After the sauna or just at bedtime. That's when I'm using 2 capsules. I really like it. To me, it never gives me any side effects. This little guy can give me some side effects. This is olive leaf. But it's a good thing to have around. We have it on sale this month, same with the vitamin D, so that you'll stock up. Olive leaf can give me a little bit of bloating and like gas because it's creating some die-off for me. But it's a strong like antiviral, antibacterial, and I don't think everyone will react with like bloating and gas, but this will kind of mop that up. So I'm taking that. I'm taking all the things I should have been taking. I'm taking my multi. That's an easy one. I didn't stop that, but I was slacking on my fish oil and magnesium, which if you've been following me, I really love those for inflammation and lung health. So now I'm really on these again as I'm sick. What else do I want to give you a show and tell? I'm sorry I didn't bring everything over, but the broccoli sprouts I've been taking. Really supporting your liver is a great idea right now. It has a lot of connections to immunity. Here's another fun show and tell. Here's my antibody test. It sort of looks like a pregnancy test, except you put blood in it. So here you go. Yeah, so I guess I wanted to share again what, like, as we reopened, I guess maybe I think I was like unconsciously slacking a little bit because I didn't know anyone in Arizona who had even gotten COVID. I've been, well for 2 months. It just, it kind of was like, I think we all get like fatigue of it after a while. So I was still taking like my basic stuff I take every day, like CoQ10 and my multi and, a few things, but I was slacking on the fish oil. I was slacking on the magnesium. I wasn't spraying my nose every day. I wasn't spraying my throat every day. And I will do those things moving forward because I think I'm learning, we hear about this on the news, but now I'm learning it firsthand. That period that you're asymptomatic is the most dangerous because you don't know where you're sharing it. You don't know who else has it. And you feel fine. So why would you be taking a bunch of extra stuff? So now I'm kind of like, okay, I really need to take that extra stuff constantly. So throat spray, nasal spray. I'm sorry I didn't bring those over, but I can share my screen here on Facebook in a second. This is our sort of daily pack is the magnesium fish oil multi, because those are just great basics to have. If you don't have vitamin D, I'd have that on hand. Olive leaf, I think, is a good thing to have on hand. The GI detox is a nice thing, especially like if you're, having gut stuff. So that's sort of some of the stuff I'm taking. The broccoli sprouts, we have a big sale on this month. I love this product for detox. I just wrote a blog about air pollution and how it factors into COVID, and that helps clean some of the pollutants you're getting out of your bloodstream. So it's pretty cool. A little bit more about like my symptoms and stuff, and yeah, how it progressed. I mostly just feel like I have the flu, and maybe I do just have the flu. I still have to wait for my results and give you guys an update, but you know, achy, kind of goes up and down. Like sometimes I feel okay, like, but right now I'm feeling like really hot and tired of doing this this video, so I'll hop off here in a second. But I'm definitely throwing all the things at it. You know, I mentioned the steam inhaler, which I bought on Amazon. Also, this brand, Mabis Healthcare. I'm doing all my supplements. Castor oil pack, we just featured that. Sunlight and sauna, we just featured that this month as well. You know, luckily my life is pretty full of all these practices. Again, I wish I was a little more proactive. Maybe I wouldn't be sick right now, but who knows? But I have access to them. I know how to do them all. So there really is some benefit in having all these things, and I'll keep you guys posted on my health and my test results. Thank you for watching. Oh, and I'll share, if you've never checked out our shop or blog, it's my name, BridgitDanner.com, and then the shop is HormoneDetoxShop.com. One more thing I wanted to mention that I noticed in myself, you know, I've written about supplements for 2-3 months now about immunity, and now that I'm sick, I'm like, ugh, what am I supposed to take? So I would really recommend you just like download the guide, the immune free ebook, and then just have it, maybe even just print it so you have it handy, so that when you're not feeling well, you remember what to do. So that pops up at both of our sites. It's something like the science-backed guide to immune supplements, something like that. And that's a resource that you can just like have on hand for just in case you get sick, and as a reminder to what to be doing all the way along. Okay, so I'm gonna end on Instagram and show you guys here on Facebook. Oops. A few things. This is the vitamin D. This is a dry brush I didn't talk about, but that's another detox practice that helps your immune system work better. This is the GI detox we talked about, the olive oil, the broccoli sprouts. This is another great item that I've been loving this month and is on sale. And then the immunity ebook. Let's see if I can get it to pop up or not. It should pop up as soon as you go to our main page, HormoneDetoxShop.com. Oh, there it is. So you can just put in your name and email there. You'll get the guide and you'll get a coupon code should you choose to purchase anything. All our supplements are professional grade and pretty potent. So you have to be a little careful. We also have a side effect guide for those of you who are sensitive. But yeah, we're happy to support you. We have a lot of resources. You can also click on my little picture here to get over to our main site. And we have some new, here's the guide again. We've got some detox recipes. We've got gut supplements for immunity, air quality issues and immunity. You can basically search the blog for whatever you want. And there's a whole page of freebies here. I mentioned that side effect guide. It's right here. If you're sensitive to supplements, you might want to read that. Here again is the immune guide. And there's stuff on mold, gut health, brain, hormones, detox. So lots of options if you've got a little extra time this weekend to just kind of shore yourself up. The lesson for myself is don't let my guard down. and it feels a little scary. So I would prefer you to know you guys too are also keeping your guard up. Any questions after this, feel free to tag me below the video or send us a direct message if you want to share, ask something privately. Thanks, everybody.